The drama surrounding the Cleveland Browns has reached a boiling point, and it all begins with a story so chaotic, so tangled in pride, frustration, and missed opportunity, that it feels less like football and more like the unraveling of an empire. What started as quiet whispers behind closed doors exploded into full-blown controversy the moment former NFL coach Jon Gruden stepped into the spotlight with a bold declaration. The league wasn't ready for it, the Browns weren't expecting it, and Kevin Stefanski definitely didn't want it. But the moment Gruden's voice entered the conversation, everything changed. Gruden made it clear that he believes he could revive the Browns franchise, and he didn't hedge his words or cushion his message. His vision was specific and unapologetic. With Shadur Sanders under center, he said he could turn the entire franchise around. It wasn't just an opinion. It was a challenge, a spotlight, and a warning rolled into one forceful message. And fans across the country couldn't help but wonder why the Browns organization continued to ignore the quarterback many believe could be a generational talent. As the conversation intensified, Stefanski found himself backed into a corner. His behavior in recent press conferences has become strange, inconsistent, and, as many analysts point out, increasingly defensive. This isn't the composed, calculated coach Cleveland once trusted. Something has shifted. His decisions seem out of touch, his explanations feel hollow, and his insistence on keeping Dillon Gabriel as the starting quarterback has baffled players, fans, and even fellow coaches around the league. To many, it no longer looks like a titan defending his team. It looks like a man who already knows his time is running out. Insiders close to the organization have whispered that Stefanski's focus is no longer on winning. His attention appears elsewhere, and with his name popping up in connection to other jobs, it feels as though he's detaching piece by piece, slowly distancing himself from the team he was supposed to lead. Even the tone of the locker room reflects it. Players sense the confusion. Fans feel the disconnect. And critics see a coach who appears to be preparing for the exit door rather than fighting to earn another season. It's a pattern seen many times in the NFL. When a coach stops making sense, the collapse quickly follows. Meanwhile, Shadur Sanders waits. A young quarterback with natural confidence, sharp instincts, and the kind of internal fire that can raise an entire team from the dust. He has shown discipline in the preseason, consistency in practice, and an undeniable presence on the field. Yet despite all of this, he remains benched, sidelined in favor of a rookie who continues to struggle under pressure. While fans grow increasingly restless, Stefanski refuses to even consider Shadur as an option. The longer this continues, the clearer it becomes that the issue is no longer football. It's pride, stubbornness, and an unwillingness to admit he may have been wrong. The moment the Browns tied a recent game at 17 apiece should have been a sigh of relief. Instead, it shined a harsh spotlight on Gabriel's lack of experience. He took a sack that could have cost Cleveland the game entirely. The only reason they managed to get the tying score off was pure luck. This wasn't a moment of leadership or maturity. It was a glaring example of why the debate around the quarterback position has reached a fever pitch. Still, some analysts defended Gabriel by saying he's a rookie and needs time to learn. But this defense only strengthens the argument for those calling for Shadur. If Cleveland is already in a state of uncertainty, why not turn to the quarterback who has proven he's ready for the challenge? Tony G.Y. pointed out the obvious weeks ago. Once a coach starts making decisions that don't align with logic, it signals the beginning of the end. And that's exactly what is happening with Stefanski. His refusal to give Shadur a chance, even as the season begins slipping away, has left the entire fanbase wondering whether the coach is trying to win or simply riding out the storm until he's relieved of his responsibilities. The idea that he may be going down on his own terms only adds to the speculation that he's no longer motivated by what's best for the team. As the season narrows down to its remaining games, the pressure has reached a point that can no longer be ignored. The Browns' loss to the Jets, one of the weakest teams in the league, should have been the final breaking point. It should have been the signal to bring Shadur into the starting lineup immediately. Instead, Stefanski doubled down, insisting that Gabriel would remain the starter. His refusal to even consider change has left fans furious and analysts baffled. Shadur's presence on the bench feels less like a strategic decision and more like an overlooked opportunity slipping further away each week. Gruden's recent public statement didn't just stir the pot, it threw the entire conversation into chaos. When a respected former coach claims he could rebuild the franchise with Shadur at the helm, it forces the organization to confront a glaring truth. If someone with Gruden's experience sees Shadur's potential clearly, why doesn't the Browns' coaching staff? Why is Stefanski the only one unable or unwilling to acknowledge the future staring him in the face? The fact that Stefanski's name is no longer tied to future offensive coordinator opportunities only deepens the mystery. It's becoming clear that he knows his time is done. And when a coach reaches that level of resignation, the entire team feels the effects. It isn't about contract extensions or negotiations anymore. It's about a coach who has mentally checked out and a franchise that continues to lag behind while the solution, Shadur Sanders, stands quietly waiting for his moment. The longer this continues, the more fractured the Browns become. The fans are desperate for change. The players can sense the shift in energy. And every game that passes without Shadur stepping onto the field feels like another opportunity wasted. Cleveland's hopes are hanging by a thread, and leadership is failing them at the exact moment they need strength and direction. It's a sinking ship with a lifeboat right in front of them, yet the captain refuses to use it. As the tension continues to rise, one thing becomes painfully clear: something must give. Either Stefanski swallows his pride and hands the reins to Shadur, or Cleveland risks watching their season crumble. And with Gruden's bold proclamation echoing throughout the league, the pressure has never been higher. The question is no longer whether Shadur is ready. It's whether the Browns will act before it's too late. The spotlight is on Cleveland now. The clock is ticking. And the entire NFL is watching. Before you go, what do you think? Is it finally time for the Browns to hand the offense over to Shadur Sanders? And do you believe Jon Gruden could truly revive this franchise? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more dramatic breakdowns like this, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update.